Millions men in the whole world.
Yeah.
It's not me.
Connections that you not get it. Yeah.
You are not connection.
Yeah. Just say that Doma, all kind of things that just happen here. You know, I'm sure no he no tea.
When he was 12 years older early, Aaron did not want him to become president. So Aaron did not introduce him to many leaders. Aaron was doing hotel on her own. She was traveling from country to country and kept him in the garage for 12 years, according to Boyka himself.
Yeah.
That means he was not empowered to meet any leader. When the African leaders themselves need support from the West.
Yes.
All African leaders need support from the West.
Yeah.
No African leader will help another African leader. Well, we are thing, and the position statement for those commissioners who defend for peace. Then when Brother come now, he is deceived by coming there, they belong there, don't be there, and he's not where he's just taking all kind of way, Brother, all kind of thing. He won't go after people. Then, the CDC still control the lower house, in the upper house.
Mm-hmm.
So they went some kind of way, some kind of thing they did, but they did a resolution that passed. Yeah, because of money crossing.
Yeah.
When they send it to the Senate.
Mm-hmm.
Then something happened. Wow! All that they almost signed to the Yombing house. Then they brought it that Tuesday morning. They didn't tell me they had it for me. Oh! Then when I heard what was happening, it will remain 2 persons to sign. That was me, that was Bani, Jim Bani. That when I went to Kum, I said, what is going on? You were here when we had sent paper, and you were here with our own leadership, and we sent the report with all documents, legal documents, to guide where. Then Baka benefited from the 2010 decision by the Supreme Court to be involved in the election in 2011 because he was not wrong with money.
You're right.
He benefited.
You're right.
Then after serving about for 12 years now, he's now president now. We finish campaign for that kind of old man, then he won't persecute us. He's not going to persecute us. So what is going on with Kung? Then Kung said, well, what I will do for you is to help you with lawyer. Then my thousand go look for lawyer. So from Kung offered, my own son offered that I went and signed a resolution. I had many seconds there, why you did this? You know what he told me?
No.
Resolution is not a law. So starting the resolution, I mean, we agree. Bring it now. When Baka send a bill, they will not put all the law they put in now and back it.
Oh, okay.
If the president refuses to change, then the government is in trouble. The government, if you finish this government, let's thank God. Because as from next year, it's said to be fluctuating. And all the people that is in the government, they are liars. All of them. They don't know why they are there. They don't know what they are doing. They don't know the reason of staying in that system. They are just pushing the vehicle like this. They don't know where they don't know where it's going. So the forefathers of Liberia, they are in pains. It's very regrettable. Even the former president, Syphilis, is even regret having this person as a president. So that is just it. They believe that Dr. Ware is too much for Liberia. That is the man who have brought total transformation to Liberia. That is the man who have turned Liberia to mini London or mini US. And he will have done it in second term. But they don't understand. They are angry with him. They believe that he's against them. They believe that he doesn't like Liberians. That's what they believe. Liberia will be zero in sports. Zero. Zero. Oh yeah, go to Nations Cup now. Go to Nations Cup. Let's see. Let me see Nations Cup. Go to Nations Cup. I'll give $500,000 if you qualify for Nations Cup. Yes, time. Liberia will be worse. Will be one of the worstest country in the whole world. What I mean, worstest country in the whole world. If Liberia will not protest against this government, tell me there is no God. If Liberia will not begin to cry, coming together to cry and said, we don't want you again, leave, resign, tell me there is no God, I will never serve God again. I am a prophet of God, and I'm talking as a prophet. Right. The hardship, you have not seen that hardship now. In 2 years' time, you will see the hardest hardship you have never experienced. Liberia will drink dirty water, and they will be thanking God for drinking. That is the kind of president you have. This president does not have anything. He doesn't have any template. He doesn't have any roadmap for the nation. They just force him there. It was rigged election. Rigged election. It was forced on you people. It was forced to be president. So, and the people who connive to do all of this and put him there, right? US. The United States. They are involved in this election. I am telling you, not politically, I am telling you spiritually what I foresaw. It was rigged, totally rigged. And now they have seen it, that this person does not know anything. This person cannot help the nation. This person,
for the tension we created, the few time especially, almost creating embarrassment for this country. As it relates to the speaker, the embarrassment we created to the government, that got everybody confused, we want to apologize. But let me tell you why it happened. There is always a reason for these things. There is some common practice, and the House of Representatives, even the entire legislature. Whenever you go to the first round of election, we await the second round to determine the speaker. In the issues of consensus, we await the second round to determine the speaker. We believe that whenever a speaker is from the party of the government, it makes our work easier. There will be not too much confrontation. The tension we created this few days emanated from a body who said that tradition to be changed. They remember the 54, Buffalo's Chamber, but then the speaker. They remember they have one member, the CDC day. But the fact that Buffalo's Chamber was a sedition, and moreover his party won the presidency, His Excellency, the former President George Weah decided to give the right to Buffalo's Chamber. There was no contention. Normally the president takes the speaker and the deputy falls in opposition to balance the house. But under our regime, the 55th legislature, there were people who felt it was smarter than us in terms of following the tradition. After we won the election, our president was waiting for the second round. Fortunately for us, we didn't pass the gubernatorial. We called for a meeting and we told our fellow lawmakers. And this time around, they see this for Unity Party. They said, no way. They can't happen. The guy can't vote more than you. I don't vote more than you. I'm not sophisticated more than you. It can't happen. We forced to take the seat. It was on that basis that when we won the election, we lost our far vote. I'd like to thank them because I apologize for the tension created by us. But moreover, there was a reason. It was not that basis that we felt if our government we have an opposition speaker, it will suppress the success of the referendum. I'll be honest with you, no matter how you feel. It was on that basis that today we made victorious because we know the right representative of the house is to have a speaker.
A clear vision for the country. Okay, sir, it also includes the dividend on some of these crowds. For instance, I know it can be argued or understandably that the overpower bridge that the Chinese government is about to build and the street, the road from Casady Boulevard to 12th Street, they were all in the Puebla, that's true. But it was blocked in the Puebla. The President Bouacar's visit to China, reassuring China that when we are taking action on the global stage, we will take it with our own interest first as a country, not to please any other person before Liberia's interest, and then people fighting, then we join inside and go stand.
Just a final question.
Yeah. So, you see, he visited to the FOCA, to the China Africa Forum, and now got China excited with the new commitment to come do this project. They are in town already. You call the Minister of Public Works, he will tell you the Chinese government will waste time when they say they want to do something. But when you step on their interest, then you're in problem with them. Now, anytime we want to do anything on the global stage, the first question we should be asking, what's in it for us as a country and people? And if what's in it for us is good as a country and people, if other countries benefit from the trickle-down effect of our vote, okay. But we must never again vote on something that will hurt ourselves.
A systematic erosion of democracy. Executive overreach and open disregard for our constitution. Lawlessness in the legislature, with the presidency turning a blind eye even when the sacred hall of our democracy go up in flames. Security forces brutalizing peaceful citizens, while millions are being spent on so-called operations that offer no protection to ordinary Liberians. They said we were the problem, but now the Liberian people can see for themselves. The real problem is the unity party that is now in power. The time has come to speak the truth without fear. This government is failing and Liberia is paying the price. For seditions, let us not lose hope. Even the longest night must give way to daylight. Even a stronger storm must pass. We are still standing and we are still strong. We will not give up on Liberia. We will not give up on our people. And we will never give up on CDC. We are the party of the slums and the city. We are the voice of the voiceless. We are the protectors of the poor and the defender of their dreams. From New Cruton to Pinsville, from Buchanan to Bond Mines, from Sunny Quarter to Southtown, the CDC remains in the hearts of the people. This rally is a clear sign. We are reorganizing, we are preparing, we are coming back. I say to you, we are coming back. But in order to do that, we must build a strong, together we must fortify the one institution that can correct the failure of the Bouacar administration. And that institution is the Mighty Coalition for Democratic Change. This is why I call on all of you today, not just to believe, but to act. Not just to hope, but to build. Let us invest in the movement that has invested in you. Let us pay our due so that the party remains financially and politically prepared. Your dues are more than money. They are a seed of commitment, a pledge of loyalty, and a symbol of hope. I am so proud to launch this due payment campaign today because it means that you, the grassroots, you, the real owner of this party, are ready to step forward, take charge, and prepare for the future. As your political leader, I promise you this: we will not rest, we will not retreat, we will organize, mobilize, and energize until we reclaim the leadership of Liberia. But let us do it the CDC way, peacefully, lawfully, strategically, and respectfully. Because when our time comes and aid will come, believe me, we must be ready not just to win, but to govern better. We must correct the wrongs, improve the system, and restore the dignity of the Liberian people. So let us unite, let us rise, let us believe, and let us build. And to all our young people, I say, stay focused, stay clean, stay strong. To our women, you are the backbone of this movement. Keep rising. To our elders, your wisdom is still needed. Stay with us. And to our opponent, we see the failure and we are coming to face it. Again, as the great Nelson Mandela said in a quote, it always seems impossible until it is done. Unquote. The party is alive, strong and mighty. The revolution shall continue. A belief we will uphold to death. The future is not beyond us. The future is straight ahead. And together we will get there. And so I want to close with this advice. Wait well. Liberia and Liberians will call on you again. And therefore, be prepared to win again and lead again. Remember, we are the common people. So let us all unite for the betterment of our country.
There are a number of things that happen today. First, the prosecution tried to avoid the fact that the police was in charge of the building at all times relevant to this conspiracy and this action. So you will be unable to avoid a trial of this matter, bringing the police in as co-conspirators, if indeed arson occurred. The second surprising thing is the state witness testified, right, that the evidence, the plastic cups and the stuff they used to transport the gasoline. They wasted the gasoline on in the building, they lighted, then they took the cups, they ran outside, and they threw them in the yard. So they say they found the evidence outside of the vicinity. That doesn't make sense, right? Finally, it's a hodgepodge of recordings unrelated. Okay, it's no direct evidence of relationship to the fire. Abu Kamara, Jacob Gedi are colleagues of mine, and we will talk almost every day to matters that pertain to legislative business. During that time, also remember, the legislature was tense. Okay, the legislature was tense. So to take a recording where I'm at the president, how he said that's evidence of fire. I mean, I was truly disappointed with it. The good thing is they didn't take as many bathroom breaks, but the evidence is just as good.
So, just spoke with the press.
When you go to him, even people because of his title. Make it comfortable because of the title. But you see what he's doing. You get a lot of gangsters around here and thinking that Liberia in front of gangsters. It's a lie.
But you should be concerned as well. Why it is true that you're in opposition, you should be concerned. You also have a responsibility to maintain the peace of the country. Though the burden has shifted on the government to maintain the peace
AB have always kept the peace of the Republic of Liberia.
Okay.
During Ellen time, I've kept the peace. During President Nuta, I kept the peace. Amos Soyota, I kept the peace. Castilota, I kept the peace. I've never broken anything in this country. I work for peace in our country, and I'm on record. Even the United Nations know that I work for peace. So I'm not trying to break the peace. What I'm telling you that those people that say they came to rescue us, they are breaking the laws of the republic, and it is wrong. If you can see it, AB, it is wrong. It is wrong because in the government that I serve, training position was respected. Today, you can say that you're taking the person off because he associated with somebody. No, but you see, we are different. The respect I have for Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, I kept that respect. And the respect I kept for her, to respect the laws of the Republic. I even work with Ellen Johnson as a peace ambassador. I don't have a issue of keeping the peace of the country. Of course, we are peaceful. But we will not allow people to break our laws and then intimidate people and we just sit. That would never happen. You know, we in opposition, Ellen Johnson, Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, let me give her the respect because that's somebody that I respect so much. She did some things that we disagree and we went to her and spoke to her. By the rule of law, you know, we have the right to protest and we protest. We went to Ellen and she understood that. During Ellen time, I've kept the peace. During President Dota, I kept the peace. Amos Soyota, I kept the peace. Castilota, I kept the peace. I have never broken anything in this country. I work for peace in our country and I'm on record. Even the United Nations know that I work for peace. So I'm not trying to break the peace. What I'm telling you that those people that say they came to rescue us, they are breaking the laws of the republic, and it is wrong. If you can see it, AB, it is wrong. It is wrong because in the government that I serve, or people and we just sit, that would never happen. You know, we in opposition, Ellen Johnson, Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, let me give her the respect because that's somebody that I respect so much. She did some things that we disagree and we went to her and spoke to her. By the rule of law, you know, we have the right to protest and we protest. We went to Ellen and she understood that. She came on the table and we talked. They respecting leaders that are traveling and you refuse for them to use the laws that they build and Liberians sit out there and say, yeah, it's right. No, it's not right. If the Bwaka man, he was not even president and we gave him a VIP all the time he's traveling. What you're doing is wrong and you need to wake up. Those things are wrong. Those things are wrong. Everybody said that. You want that change? Bwaka was not a change.
Say what's up to all of you wherever you are. We are back. And today is Friday. And as a matter of fact, today is Friday. And we are right here together on this very day. And we are grateful to the Almighty God for everything. And with God, all things are possible. We think for sure we are certainly getting there. Today is Friday. Let me say happy weekend to all of you. Let me take this time and I say happy birthday to my own sister. Sorry I didn't call you today. Sorry I didn't post you today. Today has been quite a basic moment for me between court and that of kindergarten graduation at the City of Hope, the Clar Hope Foundation and the City of Hope, and of course first set of graduates from the kindergarten, and those were the ones that I was just displaying here. So I had to attend that program because attending it was very much a phenomenon, very fantastic indeed. So let me say thanks to the Chief Executive Officer, founder, dream, vision, everything bearer of that complex that is still in motion. And we want to say thanks and congratulations to all of those kids and who were able to graduate from one level and yet on the academic journey to another level. So we are certainly getting there, and with God, all things are possible. And we are going to get there. So whether you like it or not, we are getting there. Let me say also to you, my fantastic students. Thanks so much to all of you for your prayers you continue to offer for us. With God, all things are possible. With God, all things are possible. And we are very excited to be here with you tonight. And with our team of our diaspora talker, with the constant man in Prince Sherry will join us shortly. And I saw that we can have this done together jointly. And let me say thanks to Anthony Isaac W. Jackson on yesterday, who are to propound on issues of national concerns. And we are together and doing everything for the good of our country. So wherever you are, whatever you are doing, my name is Abraham. Till death do me part. Call Saint Wayne is that name that you will continue to hear. Is that face you will continue to see. So we think for sure with God, all things are possible. With God, all things are possible. So we are certainly getting there. With God, all things are possible. And I'd say thanks to all of you for everything. Thanks for your prayers and everything. And I think we are very grateful to the Almighty God for everything today. Today is Friday. How is LRB? How are you people? You okay? Hey, you're doing so great. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. And let me say thanks to Madam Clar for everything. And we are very grateful to the Almighty God for everything she and her darling husband continues to do for this country. They continue to do their best. And I think, not that I think, but they're supposed to be emulated. They are driving on a good road. And we are certainly going to give them all of the support that they need so that we get it working, which is very good for all of us. So with God, all things are possible. So let me say thanks to you and your entire staff, my friend and brother Jackson Bami, very dedicated staff, trustworthy staff, who's making sure that everything happens for his native Liberians. And he's trying to do everything possible. Thank you so much, my brother. Great counsel. I wish you all the best as you attend the Louis Arthur Grant School of Law. So we are grateful. And we are certainly getting there. And all of our students tend to concur with that we are getting there. So we are together again tonight on this very day, and we are grateful to the Almighty God. A lot of things are happening in Liberia as we speak. If you can't see it, then maybe you're not smart. If you can really open your eyes and see what's happening in Liberia, you will have fear. You think about your own future. You think about the future of this country. You will have fear. As we speak, I mean, if you have eyes to really see, especially for those who lived in the past. Those who live on in the past and they had some high level of comprehension of what was happening in the past. If they compare the past with the present, they will know that the history that is in making for our country is very terrible. It's now that I got to understand what my history teacher used to tell me, one Peter. Jimmy Jologo. He used to say, a short definition of history, he said history is the study of the past in comparison with the present for preparation of the future. And today I got to understand it. The events of recent days really made me to understand that that definition is clearly the definition of history. The study of the past, you compare with the present so that you get prepared for the future. Now, if you compare the past with the present, the best thing history ever want to do when you have history carries a positive connotation. History carries a positive connotation. Though history is something about a strange happening, or irregular happening. It's not something that just happened, it's strange, right? But it carries positive connotation. It is positive achievements. So that's why you will compare your past with your present so that you prepare for the future to make a history. You cannot make a good history if you don't have any appreciation of the past and have it compared with the present. And like Sekou Fofana said, he's 100% right. Liberia is what we call free fall. That means it's ready to fall down now. Nothing holding Liberia now. Liberia is at a free fall. Liberia is at a free fall. And it's quite bad. And that's why you see some of us, we are here and very careful. Because the moment we open a faucet, the moment we open a faucet for the water to really splash, people like us, it will splash on us too. You know, when you open a faucet in a rough way, the water will also splash on you. So you are very careful. And some of us, we have nowhere to go. We have no intention of going anywhere. And the little area our parents are, is better they are there and able to do the talking than to be hurt and dislodged, and then they are reduced to square zero. So you see that for yourself. It's very, very important. This is exactly what it is. That's why you see we proceed with caution. We are not reckless people. Like Joseph Boga said, let's spoil the country. Let not damage the country. The United Party people, they will come in and say, we don't care. Whatever CDC do, you're just destroy the whole country. In as much as George, we are in power, you're just spoil the whole country. But George, we have said, no, you will not spoil this country. George, we have said it. George, we have said there will be no checkpoint on my watch as president. Though Joseph Boga then wanted to bring checkpoint ever since. George, we have stopped it. He said there will be no checkpoint on my watch. So maybe, because George, we are under control what he had at that time, right? He said, there will be no checkpoint on my watch as president. So he was not saying there will be no more checkpoint in Liberia. He said on my watch as president, there will be no checkpoints. Because Bwaka and his team, as they were threatening to have checkpoints, there will be war, Liberia will finish, Liberia will this. George Weah saw war coming back to Liberia. On George Weah 6 years, he saw war coming back to Liberia. He saw all the elements that pointed to war. He avoided everything. They tempted him. They did everything that may lead us to act in a way that will make sure that war come to this country. He avoided everything. People say he was stupid. No. People say he was crazy. No. But he was more concerned about how can I have a group of people who love me, who are my treasure, right? And then I allow them to be harmed because I think I want to exercise power or to discipline people. If disciplining people will be of greater harm than good, our President George Manneh Weah will never ever engage in such disciplining, because I know if by disciplining people will lead to greater harm than good, then I'm not prepared to go there. That was where we all saw it. But you all saw it. You all saw what the people were doing. The people could go as far as taking gun and shooting themselves. They took their bodies and put it in the streets. Women walk up to President Weah to go protest. The men show a hand like that. They say, will not shake your hand. They denigrated President Weah. They insulted him. They did everything. Those are things that may lead us to change, to have that level of pompousness in them. And they begin to say, no, I got power. I got to demand respect. In demanding that respect, now you're coming to ask some ways and so on. And the consequential effect, it will not be good for you as a leader. We have saw all those things. He look at it, laugh at war, and say, war, you will pass. Now me coming stay in front of you. Instead of we are getting vexed and indulging into acts that will make war to come back to this country, we are look at it and smile at it and let it pass. You think why we are doing it for? Because he knew that when that comes, he will not be affected. But most of his people who depend on him, these ordinary people who are here. That's why you see some of you today, you say, CDC needs to stand up. Yes, CDC will stand up. But George Weah needs to proceed cautiously. He needs to be very, very careful. Because the people that in power, they don't care. You got to understand the kind of people you deal with. So let's take, for instance, you that down there. If crazy man takes step and begin to chunk you, you know that crazy man can think. Will you fight back? You will find a way to deal with that crazy man. It's either you will go and park your car different place, or you grab that crazy man, carry him far place before you beat him there. You can't get your car. You put your car down near you. Then you get down from the car and say you're going for a crazy man. And your car right there. Or you tell the crazy man, say, you think that man thinking? So we are smart. We are knows that this government is government of don't care attitude. They are willing to kill the people who love we are. And there are people who are willing to stay in the street for we are to die. But we are is not prepared to allow those people to die because of him. He wants for them to live. So I hear you talking, oh, CDC this down. See, you need that thing. Look, George, now you're understanding that everyone knows that George Weah is the only Liberian that everyone looking up to stop Bwaga nonsense, because he's the only one that everyone looking up to. Thank God you have acknowledged that now. Eh? Thank God you have acknowledged that now, that Weah is the only one everyone looking up to. Oh, everybody, you go anywhere. We are not doing anything. CDC, your leader team. Nobody coming to force Weah into doing something that will hurt the old man who led a business. He doesn't want to die. The same reason George Weah accepted the election result the way he did. Because he knew by going to challenge that election result, and obviously CDC was going to win, these guys were prepared to destroy the country. Who they were going to die. In fact, just by election result being announced, the Unity Party partisans, they started hurting their fellow citizens, whom all of them live in the same communities. I say they won. I mean they won. They win. They start doing terrible things to citizens. They start putting some of them out of their houses. Look at that kind of thing. So let's think about if we have won, what they were going to do to those people. What they were going to do to those people. You see, you got to be, sometimes when you want to get vexed, you want to be careful how you retaliate. Because when you retaliate, it looks bad for you. Sometimes you just take your time and just let it slide. Because the kind of people you're dealing with, they're not sound people. My brother, if you think about your future, I think about my future, I will let for 2 hours to go in fight. Because you will proceed how you fight me because you think about future. I will proceed in a way that I will fight you in a way that I will preserve my future. But why are you that down there, you don't care about your future, but I care about my future, I enter in fight with you. So, you gotta be careful. Then we are mayor CS, so you know let all people, they will not get people behind them. For them, they like it, the whole country will get destroyed anytime they don't, because they don't even have the people. So as a result, they don't care. We will take his time. There will be a way. This battle will be fought. The time will come, will happen. Nobody should be in my ear. Oh, CDC, did I let you that thing? Look, some of you, I know you love this country. I know you want things to happen. But don't be moved. All these things will pass by. When the appropriate time comes, what is supposed to happen will happen. Nobody is stupid here. Nobody is crazy. Can't you see your eyeball now open for you to see that Joseph Bwaga is bringing war to this country? What more are you looking for? What more are you looking for to know that Joseph Bwaga is bringing war to this country? Let me just show you Prince. Yeah, Prince is on already. Let me just put it on while I'm talking. Yeah. Okay, yeah, Prince. Hey, Prince, what's up? Yeah, well, man, I want to fire something there. I've been seeing you. I just saw you. How's everything?
Yes, sir. I'm doing great and fine. And I'm taking down points from there. So go on. We are listening.
You just think we are crazy, man? We are not crazy. The man cares. That's why he's proceeding carefully. The way some of you can think, that's how you would think. Being a leader is different from being a follower. Followers who want a leader to do something in a way that will please them, but as a leader, you provide leadership. Because you are ahead, you can see. The followers are behind you, they are at distance. You as leader, you can see ahead of you and telling them from distance, saying, what as a leader I'm seeing ahead. If we run too much, we might fall in a hole, but they're not seeing a hole. But being a leader, you look ahead of the followers. So you even think for the general goal of the followers, say, you don't dodge this area and go this way. They will not appreciate it. Some of them are way back, they will not appreciate it. But later on, when they finish crossing, they reach to that place you are we were as a leader. And told them, you don't bend this way. They'll say, oh yeah, we'll see. That's why our leader was saying, we'll bend this side. We'll see in the whole year. Because as a leader, you should be far-sighted. Because your followers, they don't care. They are willing to follow you. Where you go, they go. I don't care what happened. You got to now be careful, especially when you have a bunch of followers who are willing to die with you any day. Just know that even if you don't care about your own life, you got to now care about their lives. That's what leadership is about. Unlike Joseph Boakai, who is not a leader but a follower, being led by followers, where his follower takes it, put him in jail. Yeah, put him in jail. Let's do that one. He's just like that because what? He and the followers are thinking the same way. He hasn't graduated to draw a line and say, these people, they are followers, but I am the leader. I can see what they don't see. He doesn't. He's a follower himself. He had never been a leader. He had never demonstrated leadership in his entire life. So as a result, he behaves like followers. Here, followers, they think the same way. There's no difference. Look at what's happening in your country. Is it very normal? JMB, I know several of you been having dreams and all over here and there. And Liberia, and like Sekou said, Liberia is at a free fall. George Weah does not want to see his good people die, who are willing to die for him any day. All that noise in your causing here and there. You don't even know when the people really look. You don't even know. I want you know the part of people can think. When we were at the runoff of the election, and George Weah appointed a minister, see how the CDC people look like in this country. Let me tell you it today. You go up, you come down. They never see we have to be wrong. That's what love can do. They say love is blind. They say beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. The beauty of George Weah is in the eyes of those beholders. They see it, you don't see it. And the love they have for you is blind. I don't care what you do. That man, in fact, a law is not just ordinary blind loyalty. No, he has demonstrated something and planted himself into their lives to the extent that they have the indelible mark of wherever they go, they're able to say something. They are one and they believe him because he has never lied to them. There's a level at which the people are rich and they're willing to die for you anytime. That is Weah for you. So that kind of man, you think he just want to sacrifice his good people who are willing to die, and they could die, Weah will still live. Weah is heavily protected. I challenge you any day. If Weah jumps in the street today, Weah will never be touched. That thing are also passing around here and there before the election, and like I was saying, they run off. While the minister they were coming, people were booing at them at the CDC headquarters. The moment the Weah who appointed the minister, they started coming. They started celebrating the Weah. But who appointed these people that you're booing? You say the minister, they're not performing. They don't want to give you a hard time. You're Joseph Boakai going to run up election. You're blasting at the ministers. But the man who appointed the ministers, he coming, you're hailing him. That is when you see the people, they have a way of separating Weah from people. Look, whether you're lucky or not, you're going to fly around here and there. Weah is untouchable in this country. Weah is untouchable. Go up, you come down, you just hitting your head. He doesn't have to give instruction at that point. But Boakai is preparing for war. And Weah is just careful. He doesn't want to buy into Boakai's temptation because Weah said, on a man watch, there will be no checkpoints. On Joseph Boakai, you don't see police checkpoints all over the country. On Joseph Boakai, you don't see police checkpoints all over the country. You don't see checkpoints all in the streets. On Joseph Boakai watch. On George Weah, where he said there will be no checkpoints. And he said that. He meant it. You know what you were trying to say? We got to be careful in a way that we don't provoke people to anger. Because when you put checkpoint in places, you restrict people movements. And when people movements are restricted, they tend to be angered by that. They may not retaliate now, but they are resolving to something like that. And you never know when it shall happen. You generate the water. You block the waterway. It comes with force. You block it. The moment the time comes, it bursts the whole thing. Then you see the whole place off. And that's what happens. Look at what happened in our country. Joseph Boakai grabbed people just in the streets. You will not believe. Joseph Boakai is a demon. I was even hearing from people in Joseph Boakai office They say, the papi na mine to put D Maswell Kimia in J. The time the papi put D Maswell Kimia in J, the papi were calling D Maswell Kimia and were calling a number. Could you imagine that papi that witchcraft? Witchcraft. He lived with D Maswell's Kimia parents. That's the kind of man. Put that man in jail. He doesn't care. He doesn't stop there. He went practically into Ellen Johnson's study compound. The moment he heard that Mary Brown is in Ellen Johnson's study compound, he said, very good. I want for you to jump in our place there and tell all said she didn't get time to go. What the God said, if I want to enter that place, Joseph Walker instructed the security to burst into Ellen compound. Evaded her privacy with no level of courtesy. Let Prince Sharia on the show. If I even wanted to catch a rogue in the street, and no matter what it is, and I know that Prince Sherry is a high-profile person, and that rogue enter Prince Sherry area, and I know that that rogue is attempting to make me to evade or whatever it is, even if that Prince Sherry better, let's agree that they roll down some of the street, but I Prince Sherry better, and I want to enter that place, and owing to the status of Prince Sherry, and I know the relationship between Prince Sherry and myself, you say you're hot, you're that place this call. Let us go do this. Let us go do that. Then we come back and make it to work. Can we please contact Madam Eddie Johnson Salif that we are looking for Mary Broad? They're calling this. She's in your compound. And of course, the state security would like to do SYZ, blah, blah, blah. That's courtesy. But I don't blame you. The similar thing Joseph Boga and look at, you know what, George, we have the other part of Joseph Boga administration, just about 6 months into his administration. The last time, no one reported to you here. Joseph Boga then when they grab those guys, those Zogos, they put them on the beach, then they tell them, say, when we're chasing you, you run towards Jamaica Resort. We'll fire over Jamaica Resort to tell George that will come in there. So when they started chasing those guys, they were going towards Jamaica Resort. They played George Weah, they were firing going. They told the guys, they said, we'll put you here, then when we're chasing you, you'll go towards George Weah area. That the person will come there with the firing. They started firing towards George Weah area, the Jamaica Resort. They said they're chasing Zogos. They said they're chasing drug addicts. Now what they started doing? Is that their first time? You think Joseph Boga cares? That's war. As heard, they said, some old papi there who not get sense, and I would like to put it that way. Who saw the war? The same thing though then did. They grab people in this country for no reason. You have taken over. You set up a government. You have time to investigate those people. You have time to tell the person you're not going anywhere. You will be right here. We'll set up the judicial system and we'll try you and get your fair trial. They didn't do it. They ransacked those people. They killed them. Did people not celebrate? But that was the beginning of the war. Did people not celebrate? They did. Like some of you celebrating today. It's not the same thing that Joseph Boga doing now. Just grabbing people to put them in jail. When has our legal system, I'm not even saying the judiciary, when has it really start with a community Janjawi or jungle justice system? Because in the communities, that is what people do. Me, I'm a lawyer. I know exactly what most people can think. They say, I will make sure that man go to jail. Tell them what anything else to do to you, that kind of community behavior, that kind of uncivilized behavior. When a man yesterday in the community say, I will make that one city in jail. That kind of elementary crazy thinking. That's the kind of thing Joseph Boga reduce himself to. They grab them, just put it in jail. Let it be on picture. Yeah, there. Then you see some old papi with their rusty hair and they're not thinking, they say, hey, Joseph Boga doing well. No day, you not see other John Weah, that the grand official and BB, the head guard and the carry them. And say, but just carrying people to jail? Is it about just carrying people to jail? Are you reducing our legal system to just humiliation? Should people here grab you and put you in jail? Is that what you call corruption? Fight. Look at what Joseph Boga doing. Those are signs of war. Look in Grangeda County. Joseph Boga called born naked and said, rally all your men. And the player said, Joseph Boga not get one sense, and Joseph Boga does not care. If we is not careful and proceed cautiously, Joseph Boga will tear this country down by way. And George Weah is not willing to buy into Joseph Boga's carelessness, recklessness about this country. The same car that Joseph Boga said, well, oh, for which he used the country money, over 5 million to buy a brand new car. Now the car Joseph Boga used to go Grand Jide County. The same car that Joseph Boga, oh, it's not good. It's not good for the president. That car Joseph Boga used to go Grand Jide County. You see what Joseph Boga looks like? He doesn't stop there. Have you asked yourself question why Joseph Boga was so bent on carrying empty casket and said people shouldn't view it? Joseph Boga, Prince Sherry, I'm telling you, Joseph Boga went to bury something in Grand Jide County. In the entire southeast, it's demonic. There is nothing about dough in that casket. Joseph Boga is demonic. He went to bury something in the southeast, and in the southeasterners, if you start seeing strange things happening to you in the southeast, or you see your leaders, they start dying small. Anybody tied to southeast start dying, you go and root out that thing and you count it on Joseph Boga. Nothing in a casket. That's why you see they say they're having silent wake. How you carry body somewhere they say you're having silent wake? Will not see anybody. What is it? Joseph Boga meant to do something. You'll be very, very careful. You see what Joseph Boga did? Joseph Boga carried seed of division in Grand Jide County. Grand Jide County currently is split among the children over the dual thing. The children, they are divided. Joseph Boga is a demonic force that wherever he goes, there is no peace, there is no unity. Look at our country divided now. Joseph Boga entered in CPP got divided. Joseph Boga took over United Party got divided. Joseph Boga has taken over Labira is divided. Joseph Boga entered into Dole family divided. Where do you see anything that resembles unity that associated with Joseph? He carries a C. And that man is demonic. Wherever Joseph Boga goes, there is no unity, there is total destruction. Look at Joseph Boga track record. That's him. Joseph Boga told Born Naked them with all the state security he had, AFL, all the layers. Joseph Boga left there and said, Born Naked, come. Bring all the rebels you can bring. Let's start war. Let the war start from Grand Jide County. Could you imagine that the place Joseph Boga go out to start war? Joseph Boga's purpose of carrying Born Naked is to start war. That the place he started war. That kind of thing. Oh. Then they say they're coming for vice president. They coming for first lady, that our project there. Prince, what's up, my brother? How's everything with you?
Yeah, well, we are grateful. It's just that we are really saddened by the passing of one of our brother. We work together in the youth community in Liberia. That is Augustine Tamba, the former Federation of Liberian Youth President. He and I work together on so many projects. So, and also with the political scene, it's just very troubling. Like I said, Liberia is not in a very good stage at this time with all of what is happening. We are losing balance on all of our international credentials that have been prepared for us by previous president, Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, then, was fully backed by President George Manuel Weah. Of recent, what we are seeing is worrisome, is troubling, and it's something that whenever we wake up, it just brings tears to our eyes. And also of recent, again, a Liberian who left from Canada. Imagine this lady left from Canada, with the hope of going to Liberia to see how best she can resettle. And unfortunately, that lady was murdered right in her own home. And according to the information that we've gathered, when the incident started, with some, commotion, she went to the police station to lodge complaint that there was this particular individual who was troubling her. The police refused to, intervene in a timely manner. Rather, they requested for money, that they wanted money from her. And one thing people from here, some of them, they because they know how it is to really spend money and they know how the law works. So she refused and said, no, it is your job to ensure that when I bring complaint, that those who are involved, that you go after them, you call them, and not for me to give you money. So her refusal, according to the information that we have gathered, caused the police to say, okay, everything you know more, okay, no problem, we'll come there. And they allowed that situation to just go down the drain. And today, that woman is no more. She was murdered right in her own house. So it's just so worrisome. It's troubling. But
But
we are grateful that we are here on the platform with you to share our ideas relative to what is happening in Liberia. But you started with something, Brother AV Teacher Light, and that I want to start on. You talk about the country being in a free fall position. You know, my people, the economists, when they are talking about the market in a free fall position, or a free fall economy, meaning that anybody can just do their own thing. The normal law, the normal regulation that's supposed to regulate people activities in the market, that's supposed to say, no, oh man, you can't carry the goods here all the way to $1,000, even though you bought it for $300, but you can't carry it to 1,000. All of those regulations, people ignore it and they do their own thing. So once you hear that, oh yeah, the economy now is in a free fall position, I mean that everybody not doing their own thing. And that is the kind of country now, or that is the kind of position that we find Liberia in. Meaning that the entire country is in a free fall position. It means that everybody can do their own thing. Gregory Popo can wake up one morning, go to King John and kill our people, and you will not be brought to book. The next day, we can see Mama Ability going somewhere and saying that, well, I'm taking my, we are committing ourselves to 80 point something, 80 some $1 million machine, and nobody will just go anybody accountable. Somebody will go to the executive mansion and put 30 plus person on payroll without those individuals being present, but they will be paying them for almost 1 year. At the end of the day, when an audit is conducted, only to be proven that nobody was there, but money was best spent. Nobody is held accountable. Mr. Grisper will go to NASCAR, take almost about 600,000 in the name of we want to buy vehicle for the inaugural program, and at the end of the day, nothing will happen. These people were still in the broad daylight, like from El Chopo RC. Patrick Wozi will steal refugee money, and at the end of the day, nothing will come from inside. Sorry. You see, I'm sorry, nothing will come from inside. So that is the kind of position we find ourselves in. So we are just in a free fall position. That's where we find ourselves. And it is just unfortunate that Liberia, a nation that was once cherished, a nation that people will sit and speak good thing about, that when Liberia is mentioned, they will be talking about the respect for the rule of law. When Liberia is mentioned, they will be talking about that democratic, let's say, atmosphere where people can be able to disagree with government and still work freely and still be in government. I mean, key opposition figure will still be part of the government, even though they openly support the opposition, but they will be in government and nobody will sack them. Now, it is not happening in Liberia. We are seeing now people being witch hunt only because they sat down yesterday people who this government claim to be sedition. So the country is just in a complete, it's in a complete, I don't know, but it's in a mess. That's where we find ourselves. It's in a complete mess. And where we are, Liberians, there is a need for us to begin to speak out. Like you said, President Weah is the only hope that we have for a better Liberia. And that's why we should be careful. And fellow Liberians, especially those of us who support President Weah agenda, we need to be very careful with what people say or how they are saying it, because the reason why sometimes you hear some of these people, they will put out a message and want you to buy into it. Oh, President, we are not doing nothing. Oh, President, we are not doing nothing. These people want to ignite a problem in Liberia. They want to ignite a problem, and they think that they can use the hands of President Weah to ignite that problem. But he's way above them. He's way above these their political tactics. He's above them. So, fellow Liberians, let's be very careful as we speak towards issue. Somebody say, "Oh, but President, we are not talking. What President? We are can't join the street. What President? We are not doing this." Look, the Unity Party has a history. They've never won an election in Liberia. They have always taken or stolen election. It happened in 2005. In 2005, when we went to the pool, President Weah, at the time Ambassador Weah, he won overwhelmingly. They said, oh yeah, he can't be president because we got plenty of young people who are just from war. When you get a country to the men just for the football field, the whole country will be plunged into chaos. We'll go back to war. And at the end of the day, they stole the election, practically stole the election from President Weah. That is the modus operandi of the Unity Party. We saw that also in 2011. In 2011, the CDC won the first round of election.
Guess what happened? The Unity Party used for intimidation strategy. She used the violent attitude to steal the election. And in 2023, we're seeing the same thing. We've seen the same thing where the United Party was able to use violence through our international collaborators and conspirators to steal this particular election. But we can say to the Unity Party that look, we understand your record of stealing elections. You've never won election, but we can assure you that 2029, the speed that you have been running with from 2005 is stopped in 2023. It will not continue. So these people are just looking for a way to ignite problem because they have never won election. The only way that they can survive through, election is by igniting violence. Whenever they bring violence, say, yeah, okay, yeah, we're feeling winning. That's why we need to be very careful, fellow Liberians. When somebody slap you, run away. It doesn't mean that you don't have the strength, you don't have the power to be able to, retaliate, but run away because Brecker has a plan, and that plan is to ensure that he caused confusion, that at the end of the day, his nephew Folair will want to use the military and want to take over. These are the plans that these people are having. That's the plan that they are having. We are right in their playbook and understanding what they are doing. So we need to be very careful as Liberians and as Seditians and need to tread with Brecker very, very carefully. Very carefully. Because his agenda is to steal, to kill, and to destroy. This is a man that told us that he have come to dance with the devil. And we know that the devil has three strong agenda. According to those of you who read the Bible, those of us who read the Bible, says the devil came to steal, to kill, and to destroy. And that is just what Joseph Numa Boyka is doing. All around the place, they are stealing. All around the place, there are killing going on. All around the place, they are destroying the very fabric of our society. Those laws that held us together. Imagine those particular, organic law that was put in place by the United Nations, by our international partners, to ensure that Liberia is peaceful, to ensure that Liberia is also on a democratic path. Mr. Boyka came and destroying those very laws and is disrespecting it. A man who can look at the court after the court told you that look, your actions is illegal, especially on the LTA, he ignored the court and decided to do his own thing. Let's look at that. What happened in the House of Rep? He went in the House of Rep, used money to induce people to remove, illegally remove Honorable Fonati Kofa. It did not work. They didn't have the number. He came back again to ensure that it happened. He using the court process. So Boyka is doing everything, fellow Liberian. He is doing everything in an illegal manner to make sure that we revert to the better past. But we will not. We'll keep the peace as we continue to expose his evil deeds. So we are here, we are here and we'll continue to speak to those issues that need to be spoken to, especially as it relates to, our democracy. Things are really, really not fine in Liberia. Things are not really fine, fellow Liberians. Things are not fine. Look at the hardship that has increased to tell you that this government does not even care about the people. What kind of government that job that is supposed to be provided for your people, job is not there, but the government is increasing taxes? Who does that? What kind of government that you do not even have security, but you are always using the security apparatus to be able to ignite violence? Look at how the police are behaving around here. The behavior of the police alone is something that is tantamount to igniting confusion. Police brutality now has become the order of the day. This is just unthinkable. Nobody thought that we're going to reach this particular stage as Liberians, especially considering where we're coming from under His Excellency President Dr. George Manneh Weah. Nobody ever think of that. Nobody ever think of that. Look at what is happening. Only to score a political grade, to think that you can be able to denigrate and subdue the political institution that is the CDC. Look at what happened of recent. Ambassador Maxwell Kimaya. Look, we want to say this. We are not saying that people should not be held accountable for their actions. I am one person who strongly believe, especially as somebody who is, who believe in the rule of law. I believe that everyone deserve their day in court, especially when they are accused. According to our law, it states that every accused is innocent except proven guilty in a court of competent jurisdiction. But look at what happened just yesterday. Look at what happened. Mr. Boyka was able to instruct his police director to ensure that they enter the home of Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Enter the home of Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Imagine. They entered the home of Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, and then they were able to forcefully remove Madam Mary Brough. This is just a sad time for us as Liberians. It's a sad time for us as Liberians. For the current government, knowing very well that the former president, Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, you want to tell me you couldn't even call her to say, look, Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, there is a need for, Madam Mary Brough to be turned over. Madam Mary Brough is going to be turned over. But for you to use the police, to use force, we think that, it's terrible. It's terrible. So Boyka is not even respecting the rule of law. That's why, when Brother Avi said that the nation is in a free fall, these are things that can happen when the nation is in a free fall. People do not respect the rule of law. People do not respect the system that is supposed to ensure that all of us are equally treated under the law. They don't respect it. These are the kind of things that is happening in Liberia. It is so sad. It is so sad. This is so sad. It's so very sad. And where we are now as a people, we must continue to expose this particular government. It's a continuous effort because the government does not care. This government will do everything to ensure that they steal 2029. They will do everything to ensure that they keep us in chaos. What kind of old man you have in power that does not even respect the rule of law? The least thing that one can ever respect, that is the rule of law. The law that brought you there, the law that made you to become president. On that day when you took oath, you stood before the world and before Liberians, and you put your hands up and held the Bible and say, I pledge to respect, to uphold the laws, the constitution of the Republic of Liberia. The same law that bring you now you have taken over. It is the same law that you are fighting. It is the same law that you are trying to destroy. Where are we? Where are we on this? It's a sad time for us as Liberians. It's a sad time. And these things are happening. And my greater disappointment, especially with some of these people yesterday who were speaking out loud. Look at what happened. Look at key individuals. You just ransack them, use how you call political chicanery. You ransack them in the name of you want to carry them to court, like in our Liberian way, as we always say. People will always say, yeah, me, the only thing I want to do, I just want to carry that man to jail. I want to put him in jail, I get time for him. Even if you spend 1 hour there, I just want to put him in jail, I want to make knee on him.
The childishness there.
Yeah, that's the childishness. And that's what we see from Mr. Boyka. Because they see I want to put somebody in jail and it did not happen. That was Steve Zago, they took him from immigration. Because they told Steve Zago that, look, once Honorable Samuel Tuer arrived, collect that man, pour handcuff on him, whether it is legal, it is not legal, take him straight and carry him to jail. And Steve Zago, being somebody who, to some extent, understand the law, said, no, we can't proceed this way. This is not a Janjaweed republic for us to just collect a man, pour him handcuff, and get him and carry him to jail. Because of that, because he saw the truth and he stood by the truth, it cost him his job. But history will remember people who said that we will not bow down to the golden image because you want your desire to be met. Let's do what is right. But as for Gregory Como, this is not what we are seeing. Gregory Como is almost like the pet bull now that is on Joseph Newman Boyka, or is in Joseph Newman Boyka. Yeah. Whenever he wants to get at people, he just call Gregory Como and say, hey, Gregory Como, let's go. Then he too, he move. Hey, Gregory Como, let's do this. And he too, he move. And that's the reason why we are also encouraging Liberians that there is a need, Liberians, void of political affiliation, because on that day, on July 17, there will be people who are even members of this particular ruling party who will be there. It is about Liberia. It is about saving the life of this nation. It is about ensuring that the democracy that we have is kept intact.
And like you were saying, Prince, on that day, let's just rule it out that even people in the Unity Party government, they will never step there. Just 1 year, he's the deputy minister, one of the deputy minister of Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Just because he show up yesterday at the prison center when they carried those guys. He's a Unity Party man. Because he show up there to show solidarity, I think has some relationship with some of the people there, I don't marry brother or so forth, to show respect or so forth. The guys are discussing what the men want to go do there.
Wow.
So, yes.
Imagine that.
They are discussing him what he want to go do at the prison center. Yeah. This is the Joseph Boakar's republic.
Wow.
Nobody should associate with anybody who's not part of the Unity Party. When Boakar hate you, everybody should hate you. Friends have become enemies today under Joseph Boakar. That's the level of devilish seed that Joseph Boakar has planted in our society. Total disunity had engulfed the entire society. Friends have now become enemies for no reason. You can't see them sitting together. Not like during those days where you see two friends passing around. You know, I went Cottington. You know, I was at Cottington. Yeah. So two other guys, one CDC and Unity Party guy. So they were passing. So the Unity Party guy can say, "Hey, Tijola, you ready to give you a hard time?" I said, I wonder Boakar then will appreciate seeing these CDC guys and the Unity Party guys. Their level of thinking and they are working together and say, "Look, we'll be your internet now." That kind of thing you can't find it at the top anymore, my brother. Unlike during those days, where you will see CDC people, they will go to marriage spot, or they go to space, you see Unity Party guys, you see more Ali than visiting Samuel Chua in their houses and things there. You see more Ali than going to Nathaniel Magay in their house, and they catch you there, you are dismissed. No day. We are all at odds now. Joseph Boakar is terribly, look, the old man is terrible. The old man envies so much to the extent that his entire seed of divisiveness, which of course led his own children, they were divided.
Wow.
Boakar born his children, they were never together. You see Tantan on this side, Jojo on this side, Tantan causing Jojo to
Wow. I think there is some internet problem from Liberia. And but you know, like
those kind of
Teacher
conditions.
Light said about the issue of
Yeah.
You know, the level of
You
division
paint
of
on all other conditions. Do you know what you have done to the country? You destroy the country. You ram the country. My brother, do you know, Chief, that you know, please, something George we are introduced to this country, and which is very important. The Unity Party guys, they were very useless on their term. They lavished, they did all sort of things. But George we have said that we can raise the country money and develop this country, get the resources and develop this country, and not just that, but he encouraged his followers that don't just get lay opportunity today, you waste your money. If you get late in bay or lay house, do this one. So now they don't ever think that it is normal that you can get fair and sincere money. So anything you get is corrupt money. That's why you see that they are all asset recovery thing. Why you on? Then you know people who lack development mentality, man, Chief. When they see you with anything, they think I wish. People who just think, look, try a go live in an environment, Sheriff, with a bunch of people who think that your sweat can give you everything. Go there and tell them say that my sweat give me it. They tell you say that medicine you now make. Boakar and her people never think it that way. Everything you do, the thing sincere and just money can come out. I see most of them get ready. Oh, Abraham, we are that horse that you pay you this. I say, but why you can trace it? Look, you can pray and you live the best of life. George, you are playing his life. Like why you live the best of life?
Sure.
Today, the Clar Foundation, they don't believe that kind of complex can exist in Liberia without Liberia money being inside, especially the portfolio that Clar Marie holds. And just for the time being, I would like to play this gist. She said something. She just said it in passing. Let's listen to her briefly. I just want for you to get something from her. Let's just listen to her briefly. She said in passing. So let's just listen to her briefly in relation to that thing. She said something in passing. Let's listen to Clar Marie. She share something, and I just want to share with you. Yeah, let's share it. Right? She said just something briefly. Let's have a time. Let's have a listen.
That I'm taking money
Listen
from
to
the
Paul.
government. I
What she
have no
says.
problem because you know what? My heart is clean. I know there's not 1 cent from the government in this, no matter what anybody says. Because your words, it really touches me, you know, with what's happening. I don't even want to go into what's happening in our society. Whatever if anyone has a question mark about what we're doing here at the Clar Foundation, they can come to me, and once they're able to prove that I'm taking money from the government, I have no problem, because you know what? My heart is clean. I know there's not 1 cent from the government in this, no matter what anybody says. The finance minister knows, Senator McGill knows, and my husband George Weah knows. Anything that was given to me, most of it was done internationally. So whoever has a problem, they're free to come and speak with me, but I'm telling you, they will be disappointed. Yeah, they will be disappointed. I just want to say shout out to everyone. Don't always believe the hype that you're hearing out there. So the people who are watching, don't believe the hype. You know, this is for real. This is for the children of Liberia. And we'll take 7 to...
So, Prince Sherry, you just listened to her, right? Yeah, you got that part.
Yeah.
Right?
You know what? But this is not strange. You remember, Brother AB, when this government took over, the first thing that Madam Katumu Bweka went for, and she went for Madam Clar Wiaka and said that we'll for the car. So this, you know, when I'm hearing, you know, people who are dependent on other people, or people who have this particular notion of, you know, then this subjective notion, they believe that other people, like you say, cannot survive out of their own means. They believe that anything, especially somebody like Bweka, who have always lived his life on government and squandered the resources that he had. Imagine this man served in government for 12 good years, and we boast that up to now still living to my lay place, and there is nothing you can count on. So where his money has been going, well, that is another thing. But this is somebody, these people, they believe that other people cannot use their own ingenuity or their own influence in other spheres of life to be able.
Hey, Prince, here you go. Yeah, Prince, please make it a comeback. Yeah. So that's exactly what he's saying. The woman said they will be disappointed. She said, anybody who want to ask questions, and she took her time to narrate. She said she used the platform. Then people ask her and say, why she couldn't do it before? That now she should do it. Okay, I agree. Why Joseph Boga couldn't private jet before that now in private jet? Joseph Boga, you know, be wearing dirty clothes all over the place. Why are you wearing costume now today? Katumu used to be selling pepper color. Why is she selling that? What kind of crazy thing can be coming from your mouth? The woman is using her platform that she has to use her husband to talk to presidents, because the platform is George Weah is now not just dealing with footballers now. George Weah is now dealing with presidents. She said when her husband, look, I will play that whole thing, you will be able to listen to her. She said when her husband going out like that, she will write some letters and say, please, when you go talk to some of your friends, please get them there and say that the foundation here my wife is involved with, for the sake of Liberians, not for my wife involved with, for our family, or my wife is involved with, for me to go feed my children. Now my wife is involved with it. Not like no. Now Katumu Boga stealing people money on Katumu Wa Boga Foundation, Joseph Boga get Foundation. Two of them running foundation. So the foundation stealing all the money that's supposed to come to go to the children, to help people in the communities. They're stealing all that money. They're not burying anything. They're not doing anything. Everything they personalizing it. They are stealing the money. And she said she used the platform. Why? The one the lady said, people asking me, why is she doing it now? Why she never did it before? The woman said, you see people. So I leave that question that she asking and ask. Why Katumu Bwaka, who are looking some kind of way, why is she looking some kind of way today again? Why is Joseph Bwaka with a rumper face that used to be like that? Why is he doing face be now nowadays? Why? You want to ask that question too? You ask the question now. Let's go. Anyone ask why is it today? Let's ask the question now. Some of your ministers and officials who used to be wearing dirty clothes around here, why are they wearing coat suit today? Let's ask the question. Why? Let us ask the why now. Anyone ask why? Eh? You don't want to ask the why again? Oh, I thought all of us we are asking why. Why she never did it before that, and now she doing it. At least for her platform, she using it to the benefit of the Liberian people. What is Joseph Boakai and his wife? What are they using this presidential platform for? Y'all see that thing there down there? Seeing a structure built by that lady, telling her husband and say, these people, they love my husband so much. If there's anything I can do, I came from a struggling background. She had to work herself out. She was telling her story today. She built that area. What she said, if they think that they get it, she said, Margaret no, Samuel 12 knows, because these are the people that are supposed to take the money and give it to her, right? She said, my husband here knows. You see, God did things, right? There were instances where other lawmakers were fighting hard for them to find small money to give it to Clar. She said, no. That lady, that her foundation is in her name. The land bought in her name, in the foundation name. What can I do using this platform that even after I should have left, that I will still do using this platform? And they say they get Katumu Boakai Foundation. Y'all go over the foundation because we get Clar whole foundation now. Katumu Boakai get foundation, at least, is there. Joseph Boakai get foundation, it is also there. Let's go now. You see how you're senseless in this country? That's why I want for all of us to ask the why now. Why is she doing it now? Why she never did it before? Okay. What thing Katumu doing now and why she never did it before? What thing Joseph Boakai doing now and why he didn't do it before? What thing your official then who used to be wearing one-sided shoes all over the place? Why they never worry that why are they changing it now? Then ask the why. They your negative thought that in your somewhere they kind of envious thing that can make you not to talk sound. Why is he doing it now? Why are they doing it now? Why she never did it before? Why is she doing it now? Oh. So you care to ask the question why she and her husband were in refugee camps and they were doing all of those things at that time when the war was fighting and raging on? You think that Jamaican children that she was visiting during the war? You think that Jamaican children? She felt that her husband's country was at war. And the people who love him so much, they were dying with hunger. If there's anything she could do to support him to give back, she needed to be right by his side. And he went to those places. You get a Clar whole foundation, see the children. She never did what because she went to orphanages and took them from there. Children who had no hope. Today, they are able to sleep sound, eat sound, talk sound. Listen to the children reading today. You just think it is not possible. Only undeveloped minds can think that these things are not possible. People see me dressed up, they say, hey, you really enjoying the country money. Even up to now that I am still dressing up like this. They say that Joe, we are taking money and giving it to me. One guy sat down for long, he saw me with a car. He said, what? That Joe, we are giving you a car. I said, look at the kind of foolish mentality that in these people. Even at this age, at this time, that Joe, we are giving you a car. Could you imagine that? We see why you just carry yourself a job we are business. I said, what kind of foolish people are they so? And a friend of mine said, my man, that thing you think you insulting me. So you mean I'm not able to talk what I know independently of my own thought that Joey I'm gonna give me car before? Says yeah, Joey are in power, he gave me car talking for him. Because I love him and believe in him. You see the kind of mentality because they don't believe that you can live and God can make you to live the best of life. They don't believe it. That's why they look at you, they tell you, why you flourishing at a medicine you making you. Oh, I see why they may like they kind of stealing and doing. Everything must be a reason. They don't see any sincere reason in flourishing. They don't see it. Everything you do, it has some negative connotation attached to it. So they don't believe that Clar whole foundation could build a kind of thing. Out of saying, look, we can use what it is, our platform, our portfolio. There are several of you who are ministers. You're going out there, you're meeting with people. Why are you bringing your communities? You're meeting with friends. Magay used his platform as minister of state for presidential affairs. What did he do? He started paying school fees, going to the communities, talking to friends who will come and want to be friends. He said, well, man, we'll get students and on scholarship. Magay started moving from place to place, use his platform. What did you people say? He was stealing the money. Today, the only crime you say Magay then committed was to tell people to put it on payroll. Up to today's date, you are not able to trace any money that Magay stole to be giving scholarship to people in the communities. You see how terrible you people are? You see how you people are? Nothing is possible out of sincerity. Everything people must steal. Everything is stolen. Everything does that. You know how many times they say our NSA payroll? Foolish people. Because they say, oh man, same sign, what they call our NSA payroll. I say, look at your non-score there. You get sense? You just think God can bless me out of sincerity, my heart alone. God can bless me with it. These guys don't believe that anything is possible without stealing. That's what they're stealing for. They don't believe that anything is possible without stealing. That's why you see them stealing. That's why you see them stealing. All the stealing you see Joseph Boga doing, Joseph Boga believe that there is nothing that can work without stealing. I will steal my own because the country. In fact, these are people that Joseph Boga, they are just people who put in their house. Now me coming change the country. The country, everybody who get what they get, that's so stealing they got it back. So as a result, you carry that kind of mentality to public service where you think everyone who has something today, they got it because of stealing. So what will you do? And you have access and control over public resources. You are steal. What kind of people are now? So when they see you dress up good, be passing around, they really enjoy you. A joy we are doing. I say, look at a lot of foolish non-square. A joy we are doing things for me. Look, my brother, ask Musa Bedede. I said Musa Bedede 14 years. Not a time I ever walked to Musa Bedede office and tell him, say, give me it. No. I serve him because I believe in him developing this country and doing everything he could, especially the media industry of this country. He imparted it a lot. I did everything I could with him. Go ask my boss man, Sam Sion. I serve him diligently. And everything I ever got, he always appreciated me. I believe in when I'm with my leaders, I do everything I can to give service to them, to even give more than I can get from them. That's me. I'm not a breeding or liability on leaders. I'm not a liability. Look, I'm an asset. Anytime I get around you, I think about what I cannot do. So that you are not embarrassed with me when I'm around you. No, what can I do? That's the question I ask. When I'm working with any institution, while a student is supposed to earn salary, I ask myself question, what can I do to help the institution? Because I just have this mentality that I believe in. That I never have to ask what my country can do for me, but rather what I can do for my country. So people that I get around, I'm not thinking about what they can do for me, but what I can do for them. They must see me not as a liability, but an asset. You know, everyone wants to be around asset, right? No one wants to be around liability. No one wants to be around liability. Everyone wants to be around assets. That's why you want to be attached to a house, you want to be attached to cars, you want to be attached to this, because those are assets. That's what people do. So what's the issue? You don't believe it? That people can get sincere stuff? Everything they must steal it in this country? That's why you see, BP Papere, yeah, he did well. He put in people in. No, not everybody you see, you just call them rogue. Tomorrow you'll be minister. You could sit down as a minister and whatever it is. You get small money, your salary, you give it to your woman, say, please be going to Dubai and bring it in here, man. We'll be making our little business. Your woman can't buy you one car. They say, oh, that the government money you're stealing. What the money you stealing there? Because what? That's the mentality you people have. That nothing comes out of clear and sincere heart. You never think anybody can get anything fairly and freely. Eh? You never think so. You never believe it. In fact, to the extent that when you want to try to ask sincere, you say, you're lying. Who told you that I can work? Then you revert to your old self. Your arcade thoughts. That's what you revert to. But it is possible. Clar Hope Foundation is a dream that is possible. Go and see that complex. Not everybody can come in country and want steal country money. No. We can all use this country to help the country. The country is a platform. We can use it. I'm a Liberian. I want for you to please help me to give it to Liberian. That's a platform you're using. NGOs go out there. They use Liberia as a platform to exploit money from people, because I call that exploitation. They exploit money from people. But to do what with it? Is it for the sake of the citizens? No. That's what I believe in America, and I love America. You know why? Because self-love is why America pushes. You may not like them for what it is, but they prioritize themselves over any other country. And that's what life is. That's why I never get vexed with America for whatever it is. Whichever way you want to tell me, that's the good and better side of it. They prioritize themselves. It's about what they can do for their country, what they can do for every little institution that they are involved with. And I support them 100%. I love them 100% for that. It is not possible. Consider and say, oh, the Clar Hope Foundation, oh, we're going for you. All this, that, oh, Finabono used to be very much behind. We are passing around. Yes. So Finabono serving as chief of protocol. Why if Finabono want to say, okay, my chief of protocol money I'm getting, I will buy rest and then be giving it out to people here and there. They be giving me rest back. Or if I get rest like that, I will be able to share it out. In fact, there's a guy who's, no, he has left the AFL now. He's no longer there. He the one used to tell me. He said sometimes Finabono, let me tell you some of the good things those people then were doing. So now most of the rest that you see going to AFL here and there, Finabono will take her money and say, Chief, we need to get rights to give it to these people. Let's say you get money, he say you want to buy the right here. But it will give it. When I get ready, I will give you your money back. No money when that money then that they were taking to go say, oh, the budget is for AFL money or AFL budget or this, that. No, not from there. The president will say, give it. When I get my money, I will give it back to you. That the kind of thing everything that they were doing around here. To impact. They were asking, what can I do, Mr. President? They're looking for hope. They're looking for this. They are less money than they're getting. When I bought cars and said, look, I want to be liability as a public official. I will get cars. They'll be running for me. I'll be paying for a year and there. Tomorrow, the government job enough forever. That lady have been doing business through her life. Today, that they car the government job Beyonce because she was using her office until that why she got a car and gracious back. Could you imagine that? And said, what kind of people are there? So even to the extent that if I'm in government and I say, look, I want to do my little private business, and say, oh, so now you see straight, oh, that's story money. What kind of people are that? Yeah. Jesus Christ of Nazareth. That the kind of people, look, the way Bwaka spoiling your country and dividing your country like this and damaging your country. Like I said from the onset, which of course I want you to take note on. Two things. Bwaka carries something to bury it in the southeast. If terrible things start happening in the southeast, just take it on Bwaka and Mami Dona. That other casket that was not open or whatever, you should go after it and see what is in it. Because we don't know what's in it. Because Prince Johnson told us that though body, whatever it is, or whatever. What did Bwaka go bury there? We don't know. You got to be very much careful, especially wherever Bwaka goes, there is problem. You see how your grandchildren look now. You get versus born naked, every war, we fall war, forward. You think we are forward, that born naked man you bring in. You know how many people then beyond George we are who used to support George we are? Who supporting George we are? You ever Zobia there? You know we are Zobia, General Zobia there. That the opponent who next to Prince Johnson there. That supporter we are there. That human being there who used to be grabbing people when you see the day by on the ground, eat it like kind of that born again man, you can grab him and flocking some days. Then you really know that he's very useless. That man hasn't repented. That man a pastor. You're not able to deal with that one. That man hasn't repented. I never considered that kind of human being to be pastor. Say. You hearing him? Has that made me demobilized? You think Joseph Boga know the kind of people you're dealing with? Joseph Boga is ready for war. And that's why he's doing those things. Joseph Boga is ready for war. But you don't know, you're sitting there, you'll be passing around. The same thing that they walking here, and the same thing Boga doing so. When Tore came, what did they do? Instead of trying to lead the country and govern the country, they went after the Congo people. They grabbed them. They said that these people, then what they call it, they've been suffering the country. They start putting the people in jail, start killing them. That's why I'm sorry for my brother Phoebe Henry supporting a government that behaving like a government that can't kill a father on the pole. He's supporting them. They see recklessness that government did and decided to just kill people for no reason. Phoebe Henry used to be telling her, passing around every time you will go to the PHP area there, acting like he's going to go memorialize a pa. Today, Joe, we are not cover that whole place. Why you can't go there again? Then he's supporting the very government that acting like the same way. The thing in abroad the war. When you start witch hunting people and they deserve to live freely in their country, they can do whatever. And let me tell you something. George Weah is observing Joseph Boakai. George Weah love you people that why he will not act. Because George Weah believe if he gets into action, he will not die. That you people will die. And because he love you, he's proceeding cautiously. God will guide George Weah's step. Joseph Boakai will be dealt with according to God's ways. And if George Weah will be used by God, it will be according to God's ways. Stand up. Support the July 17 protest. Leave George Weah alone and stand for yourself. You at least you should be grateful to God that you have a seed that was planted around George Weah, who have that sense of belief and love for country in Moba Molu, and said, look, I will transition from politics and go. And you see, God said, even if you people now want to serve me, I will raise up the stone. You see, because God knew at this time and age, the civil society actors will be dead and they will never ever serve. God had decided to say, I will raise up a stone, the Moba Molu, who understands love for country, who went into refugee camp, and he was there. He knows what you people went through. He will descend into the civil society sector and let us support Moba Molu and his entire team. July 17 can be possible. July 17 is possible. July 17 is able to make that wake-up call to Joseph Boakai and his group. Y'all leave where and y'all forget about the CDC name business. It's about country now. When campaign time coming, party will come. We know that. Let us come back to say, look, the election time is over. We are now Liberians. Let us now work together. That same Joseph Boakai now want to, try to dislodge this mentality of partisanship because we have come for election and he's still looking at partisan. We are not going to evolve into that to counter him by that. At least thank God we have a civil society actor in Moba Molu who's leading a team for July 17. You can go and work it out for your country there. It's possible. You can. Your lead we are many in it. Your lead CDC name is at it. The Sidicians, they are Liberians. You yourself, you are a Liberian. Let us support Molu. What Joseph Boakai is bringing is war. Joseph Boakai is sounding war drum. I haven't seen anybody whom you have a glass house. Then you see somebody say, I want for you. Then you tell the man, say, my man, go far off all the fun. You say, yeah, we'll for the right. That kind of thing, that kind of mentality, Joseph Boakai. Joseph Boakai is ready for war. He doesn't care. And because he doesn't care, and George Weah understands that, saying George Weah cares, he has to control the peace of this country. And what George Weah honor Joseph Boakai is controlling the peace of this country. But you know what? It does not mean you can stand up for yourself. George Weah would never stop you. Go out, do anything you can do for yourself to protect yourself, to see to it. George Weah does not want to be seen like he's fighting Joseph Boakai. But you, the Liberian people, versus Joseph Boakai, not George Weah versus Joseph Boakai. The George Weah versus Joseph Boakai, our 2023 is over. Now we are into governing. Another versus will come again. It will wait 2029. But until that versus can come, it is us as Liberian versus our leader in office now. That is what you have in the July 17 protest. That's it. Let's get to the lines in time with your caller line. We didn't do, but we can do that tonight. Right here, briefly. Let's just get there. *7 and a *2 for hash. We are certainly getting there. With God, all things are possible. And I hats up to you, my own darling sister. How they call her? Tigre Happiness. Sako. What's up? Her birthday is today. Sorry, I didn't post anything. I've been a lot of tile up everywhere. Hello, how are you doing?
Yeah,
please go ahead quickly. No time. Just get a short time to talk to you because flying.
Yeah, I want to say thank you for the show, but this is the voice of Sabu Rasta. I'm phoning in from Point 4 to be exact my location in Zimbabwe. So July, I'm constrained to call, but July, why claim my attention when you talk about the issue of Moriba Moru? No, July, openly, I want to say, kudos to Moriba Moru for a brilliant baby for we the Liberian people. You know, everything that Moru do for we the Liberian people, it will never go unnoticed. But if you, let's also be serious. Yeah, I hate to get talking about 2029. Look, July, the Bible says, take our work is dead. There is time we need to rise or we as Liberians and support Moriba Moru because every we say that 2029, every our country will be in serious mess. It will be in danger. It will not make it 2029. So we need to start our work from now to 2029, every. So
I like that. Thank you, Sabu. Let me get on to the next caller. How are you doing?
Hello.
Yeah, let's hear from you.
Yeah, I'm Cassius Weber calling from Logan Broad Street.
All right, let's hear from you.
Amy, thank you for your host, for your guest in the studio. But I want to say this thing here. This government that we're talking about, the Joseph Boga government, I've seen that the government is creeping. They are creeping to be the citizenship government. And the second thing that Joseph Boga, the old man who don't know nothing, what you don't know is if anything strike in this country, like war, it will be more than Rwanda. Every baby that born today, they used to bad things, they used to evil way. He didn't say that I want to bring him and me together to bring peace in this country, but he wants devices just going on every day. He doesn't know that when anything strikes here, it will be hard to come under control. We all praying that we don't want no confusion in the country. We don't want no war in the country. But the old men, the regular old men that took over this nation, he just putting devices among people, bringing a lot of things. He will say he can't use better things. His shoe are looking like that one making more shoe. Now he using expensive things. You don't see the one them, but he want to put him mobile car, the world that bringing let's say good thing to this nation to educate children that live in the street, children fatherless, to educate them that before you want to hang on. Why the men so wicked like this? Baby.
Thanks, man.
Let's just pray. Let's just pray that nothing will happen. But we will pray for you that you will give us the light every day. Is your life?
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Hello, how are you doing?
Yeah, good afternoon, baby.
Yeah, Medicine K, Yadolo, what's up? Yeah, go on.
Yeah, good afternoon to your listener. I'm DJ. What's it said? You calling from the Boyo Kucha?
Yeah, Jeff.
Yeah, but if you said it right, but one now, Joseph Boga is right. Depends on how much you need. Like one of the more expensive, how much you. One now you must start writing it. One now, Jeremiah Kumu move from here to go talk about that yellow machine in China. One now. They talk about yellow buses to come to Liberia. One now, Joseph Boga will give 10,000 to 2,000 people. Joseph Boga will give money to 2,000 people. You give money to people. Joseph Boga mean that. When now it's targeting money? When the last year I was targeting money? Don't you if it's true. We say if they put a person when you clean, when looking at somebody arbor, you ought to know how to clean your arbor. You ask the question of when now the person will get, when now the person, they get the opportunity to come with the person for right now. The person now make use of that opportunity. So for you now, you get your own opportunity. You're not making use of it. When you use your opportunity, when somebody get their own opportunity, it's not making use of it. I want the people to tell us. Because during the 12 years they were there, they were not doing anything at all. So the next year, the other young men care, the men make use of it. They bring out, they say, but at the time was there for 12 years. We do not make the opportunity. They want to make it was 6 years, the time of making the opportunity. They try to make the opportunity. Somebody give a way to make Jamaica, a come to your home, a kind of development in your home. You can't pay the deposit, you say, nobody against all that. But if you want to order, you make it, you check the deposit, you make it, get all the necessary documents. When you order it in the post, yes. We don't get nothing against the party. Just want to order all the CJC and bring this good to the party. We don't know you bring this good to yourself. But we all praying, we all in Liberia. One day, they want to put power. If they will leave it, some people have power in the country at the end of the day. Why is some of them? There's nowhere in the country. Some of them is still you are able to be better than them.
You're right. Thank you, my brother, for your contribution. We can hold you at that. Thank you. Hello, how are you doing? Quickly.
Yeah, hello, AB. Yeah, thank you very much for your show, AB. Once again, this is our David Samuel. I joined a discussion for Omega Market, the legacy of President Weah. AB, the information coming from Gwanjida today, it shows to order that born naked man or bloody man guy is far more immature. I don't know why, after the war, the money that he got from looting, the looting money, why did I use that money to go to school? To acquire knowledge to live by it day? He say exhibiting war attitude, and people that are in support of war attitude, they say
giving us support to be behaving like that as the means of getting a survivor. Is that correct? I will go in your own that kind of sad thing happen to your own kids, man, prominent men, the men that will burying. Then you get a group of people. Look, if our national security it was serious, there was someone that meant to ask him why you have to get a group of people dressed in uniform, black shoes, black t-shirt, then they behind. They got police in the place.
But Joseph Boakai, now anything is possible, and of course, laudable honor Joseph Boakai, especially when it's in his favor. It is very unlawful when it's against him. That's Joseph Boakai's republic.
And listen to why Jacob Koluba acting in support of people that want to welcome Jacob Koluba. They the one that were moving with Jacob Koluba. Jacob was this I came out to that ever come born again. All the supporters said no. They said AOCA, well let him try me. They had the thing started. Jacob Koluba be very mature.
You're right.
The man who moving with supporter, but that blind man, he get here. I don't know because of the company rent for him on Canada Highway here where he living in the corner here. And what he doing going in 11 place now the rest of the come back on the highway here, Canada Highway. That's why they are in some of the there.
God there, those guys will be dealt with. Don't worry. And what are you doing? And our Seku Kalasco Dimaro. What's up? There was at the Clar Hope today, seeing the kindergarten children. What's up?
You know, anything that is associated with my mother, I'm always happy to be around.
And I like that.
Yeah. And thank you for the service you continue to run for the country as well. Yeah. You know, let me just go straight to this. You know, when you have people that don't have class, when you have people that don't have kids, when they jump into their experience can be so desperate, and this is what we're experiencing right now, Maybe you know, and this people need to know about it. You know, during the transitional period, when Atumu Boakai, the first lady now, all the courtesy, respect, and the first lady decided to say, okay, since we're leaving, and this is our common patrimony, everything we're doing for this country is all in the interest of the country. Let me work with her. If she has a vision, we can work around that vision and make our country and make the underprivileged children, a better people for the society. The first lady drove this lady. In fact, she went to the executive marshal. They went there, went to her office, show her around. They took her to the Clar Hope Foundation. But all that thing they're doing so, they own my own car, the car that they bought from her from Europe. That car, the car they were using to carry my cartoon around. Disgracefully, AB, because she's sitting in that car, kind of car before. You have never getting that kind of luxury before. That woman had the unbridled audacity. When she went home, she sent security without even communicating to say, okay, man, that car you're using, that the office car there or what? But she had the audacity, AB, to send security, say that car that the fellow who was carrying her, they must send that car to her because that the of the first lady car. Oh God.
Wow.
AB, what kind of disgrace that these people are putting this country through? The woman bought her, bought with her own money. So anything to we are bought for Clar, our own money because our son.
Yeah, you're right.
Our son. So the woman now went and said they must send the car. And so Madam Wia is a very sincere and honest person, down to earth. But when you cross her line, forget it. It's finished. And that's when she lost it from Mark Katumu. And that is the same thing they're doing. In 2018, when this lady, when she was writing people from all around the world, say, I want to give back. My husband is the president of the country. I don't just want to be, okay, yeah, that first lady regularly. I want to give back. I want to leave a legacy that tomorrow unborn generation will come and remember. That program, I'll go on my pages there. When people came from all around the world, diplomat, professional footballer, all around the world, decided to contribute to make that place a better place for today's children. Some of the children you see over there today, AB, some of them came from their parents don't bear on the dump pan.
Mm-hmm.
This lady is managing to transform. Look at the children. Look at how I was so happy today. The children that could not say that never knew about ABC, that could never read ABC. Look at these children were speaking eloquently today.
Really?
They're not ready.
No.
Being got no relationship with her.
Mm-hmm.
Not privileged children. That the children benefiting from that today. So Joseph Boakai, because of his PRC mentality, you know, the PRC people, and you are in a government that the PRC mentality there.
Yeah.
When they come, they try to eliminate opposition.
You're right.
And that the mentality Joseph Boakai has. And we want to say clearly, yes, that one you see, the thing that can't really move me, he ain't doing nothing to all the old man continue to do what is because Clar Martin, the king drew his drink. The king drew Clar Martin drink. His own bitterness that is in him. At the last place they will go. The last place. Now what the old man said today, they will be disappointed.
You're right. She said that.
She said it, that they will be disappointed. Because I know her very honest, never involved with anybody's business. Nothing that Clar Maria has ever done is on the basis of transparency. So I want to say to our people, nobody must get deterred. This is what our country, some people place our country into. You bring a bunch of classless people to take over the leadership of the country.
People. So illiterate people. That illiteracy thinking that Joseph Boakai is very illiterate. All you're thinking is very archaic. Jesus. Yeah, man. Babe is illiterate, man. How can I be that so? You know, civilized.
So
because no, civilized people will not behave like this.
Yeah, all the people came. All of these things that are going on, that they're trying to divert people, man. To pay a salary now, it's not easy. There are entities that have gone several months, they get paid. No money to pay. So they say, let's do that thing to divert people's attention. But you can't divert people's attention from when people go to bed, what they eat. They will notice it. Yeah, I mean,
you divert attention from their stomach.
No.
How you divert my attention from my stomach? I'm hungry.
From my stomach. It's not possible. That's what I want to do. But I can say to you clearly, at 2029, Joshua will come back and complete what he started in terms of transformation of this country. Thank you ever so much.
All right. Thanks so much, my brother. We appreciate everything we get in there. And we've got all things are possible. Get about woman, and then we just try to wrap it up now. Prince Sherry just slip off like that. He left me here. What are you doing?
Hello.
Yeah,
My son. Hello. The journalists of our time, of the generation time. Thank you. God bless you. God continue to bless you. You see what I was talking the other day? I told you the other day that the tenant must, you know what the common people say when don't kill 13 people? I'm a grown woman. mother and father from grandchildren. I'm from Penikin, Putu, yeah, Kunabu district. When the people were selling in the market, they said those people in that market there. When those grab those people, Hassan was selling, young girls selling in the market. I remember that day. We were cooking dry rice when we left from on the beach there watching those people. We came at home the rice. Not show me the rice. I would never forget that thing. Like I said, like people were not developed, but were peaceful. I never experienced the kind of bitterness what we're experiencing now. The country was quiet. When told them brought a thing. There's some army people used to cross the road to come to our shop to come buy the kobo, buy the cleaning thing. Those people started losing one by one, one by one, one by one. The last time the man crossed the road, my son me, he said, "Oh my," he said, "Mariah, I'm gonna pray for all. We are crossing the road. I know I will come back again on this side." You understand me, AB? You grab the people, you ask questions, you do nothing, you care them to the people, to the church people, they, all of them were sitting down there. You kill the people, you land them up. You kill the people. One drop of blood did not come from Omi and Richie Henry. Ask everybody because he was carrying, I think, pacemaker. He was not this healthy old man. No blood came from that old man. He was very dry. He was sick. Yeah, I think that time we didn't know about pacemaker, but according to the story, they used to say he get battery in his heart. They kill those people from that time to today, the country. God finds that job where they won't try to bring peace and peace the country that Ma Ellie, Lima Boy, they when they're talking today, all the women are sitting there, they poor women, because you talk about the women that went to go protest and the woman holding a paper job, we are saying, shake my hand, she turn her face. Where are these women? Lima Boy, Lapa, the girl, Lapa, nothing come from one country, nothing came out. But you women say they pray women. We all went for that peace talk in Ghana. We used to lead a camp power Clark to go in Accra. The bus will come for us to carry us. We the women girlfriends all use us. We the one when you hear on BBC that the women then they put the people, they put the people, they got up so you help all they put them to go and pray all that they say they must go sign a peace process. Where are the women that were praying that called themselves pray women? John, we have built a park, they play the prayer room is there for them to fast and pray for the nation. Where are they? You see, we the native people, we like ourselves, and we the ones stay in the country. Like I told you, the police go inside the house, they beat the lawmaker. They fighting the only places no ball money going. That's also medicine to hold power. To hold power. And getting rights to people to eat. Divine rights, election time. But they don't know their true leader. And to all Liberians, to the marketing association, to the Yana boys, to the social boys, join the protest. Because this man beating war drum. What coming about? You can't tell me say when first they say that the cable wire was passing to Georgia house so they won't break some on the horse down. They come again, they come in. This old man is beating war drum. Right. And it's serious.
You're right.
He beating war drum, AB. Okay. And for Kalasco, there all of them, all of you that say your grand George we are that love George we are. God first that George we are security. Take sleep from you are. Because the old man break. And this old man can send police to enter early who brought him on the sea to come get important and make him vice president. He sent people to early house to go arrest Mary Bro. Right. The old man can sleep on George we are in the night.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am, for your contribution. Let me entertain Bro quickly, then we just wrap it up. Yeah, Bro, quickly.
Hey, teacher lie. Hey, love again. Teacher lie, now you say.
I know.
We are getting there. We are getting there.
We are getting there.
We are getting there. We are getting there. My brother Prince Sherry, what's up?
He left off. Go on.
Oh, he left. Thank you so much for entertaining me, teacher. Nobody more worry about the we are family. The we are family blessed. All the things they go against them are jealousy and envy. Mm-hmm. If they get sin, if they think say they fuel little thing in the country,
He get money wasting somewhere. Yeah, Katumu, funny Bwaka, do or Untu to get a part of duplex. We challenge there. That's why we got development and do your own. Let's see the duplex.
Right.
You see the funny people from where I was when I get sent. Look, OA, not me, you get sent. They are stupid people that grew old. Sorry for the language. But people, let me tell you, Eddie, when you live for 35 years and you get sense, no matter what, you go in your 100, you will still not get sense. No one ever lie to you. Yeah, nothing there. Nobody ever lie to you. Say when you cross 35, you will still get sense. That lie. It's already that your whole life that you living now, you will just be going upside down. Don't leave Waga issue, leave Anoka Tumu. All the people didn't get nothing to offer to that country. Send the people started going to 2 years. The only small project they do that they want to say they get to ear, I know ear, Debbie, went far going every day when you pull lepo, or you can't talk nonsense. These people know nothing. They see the country. They're only distracting the people. They're only distracting the people because they know they are failing. So thank you, teacher. Let's continue to push it. I enjoy seeing me Ate Jackson yesterday. You were here on the show. It was very great. It was very, very great. I followed that show. I didn't follow it too much from the beginning, but I went through the replay this morning from start to end. I said, this is good. And teacher, thank you for the effort, but teacher, God will bless you. Just pray to God, let come back 2029. You got to go to the justice ministry there to punish on the criminal.
Don't scare. That position you talk about, you put me there. You know, yeah, if you going there, the very day they will start crossing the border and running, going. Nobody ever need justice minister. They finish. You see them running, going, scattering all over.
I know, right? Okay, teacher, let salute. You're doing well for all. You're doing well. You're doing well. Today everything they play for evil, we really win the battle again on the way all they wanted, bro.
You're right. Certainly. Thank you so much, my brother. We are certainly getting there, and I say thanks to all of you. No matter what they do, we'll always win them. And like we said, their entire corruption fight is standing against them because there is nothing Sam Walker is doing. Everything is uncivilized attitude that he's carrying on, just wish hunting people. Walker had never ever demonstrated a fight against corruption against his own. That's why we told you people, watch out. There's nothing else you will see. But the whole rice thing they're talking about, that's something I'm waiting for. That one I want to inside here. A young cash worker here inside the rice business that he catching other people for. Don't call me AB again. We are certainly getting there. So until we are back here, God willing, do have a pleasant weekend. Thanks to Prince Sharif. Thanks to all of you for listening and for always being there. We thank God for everything that you continue to do for us in this country. So until we are back next week, beginning Monday, I want to wish you a pleasant weekend.